You guys, I've been laughing like pretty much ever since I arrived here. I don't know if like I ate too much of the pot cookie. I probably did. But is too much really too much? Or is it not enough? Oh my god, I have another one that I'm gonna eat soon. I'm so excited about it. Man, like there's fucking drama going on right now. I'm really glad that I left when I did. I told you that I have a big black coworker, right? Well, I can tell that she's like mad today. So she's just like getting on to everybody about everything, and like she and like my like really white manager who's like a kid. He's the one that I bitch about who like vapes all the time. I mean, they all vape like fucking retards, but his habit's way cooler, I promise. It might not taste as good, but like that kind of aura that you're going for, that aura of cool, that aura of like rugged, that aura of like awesome, it's right here. I didn't feel like bringing the piano today. Just felt like bitching. It's probably because I watched videos of myself like singing, and it just like horrified me. Like I know that I can sing, but it's really annoying. I'm sorry, you guys. So yeah, this is really the only reason I came outside, was like to shoot this video and chain smoke. I'm gonna be in this show in Third Coast Comedy. It's called Jokemon. Uh, Third Coast Comedy Club. It's a place in Nashville. It's off of Clinton Street, I believe. I've been there once. To I was there to see a show that my friend Gary Fletcher put on. I wish I actually hung out with comics. Like, I was supposed to hang out with this comic friend of mine tomorrow, but I doubt she'll actually come to my house because so many times she says she will and she doesn't. And I don't think that she, like, intentionally forgets about it. She just, wants to hibernate. Which I totally understand. I can't tell you how many times I've said that I'd go out and do stuff and, instead decided to just lay in the bed. Or listen to the same fucking depressing ass music that I've been listening to. you know? It's funny, I can hear her, like, yelling. They got into it over fucking Frosty Mix. It's so stupid. Like, they got into this big fight over the Frosty Mix and, like, the temperature of it and shit, and, It's like, there's just no point in, like, arguing with people sometimes, Like, that's anybody. Like, there's certain things, like, I know I'm right about them, but it's just not fucking worth it, Choose your battles. Anyway, that's my rant of the day. I'm just fucking annoyed, and I'm gonna have to eat another pot cookie. I'm so fucking annoyed. So I keep writing really mean jokes about Twitter. Uh, every day I get down on my knees, and I thank Satan that I don't tweet. I think I said that already. Did y'all hear that fart? It was louder than my typical quiet farts. They might have actually heard that, because, like, well, fuck, you probably should set this down so that the sound quality is better. See this beautiful tree? This is my favorite tree right now. I love you. I love you so much. Yeah, cigarettes have totally robbed me of my energy. Not that I had much energy to begin with. I mean, like, I do have a lot of energy. Like, when I talk, I have a shit ton of energy. But when it comes to, like, living, I don't. And it's funny, because I could totally see myself, like, doing all kinds of, like, outdoorsy shit. But the problem with doing outdoorsy shit is that most of the time you got to do it with, like, outdoorsy kind of people. Because outdoorsy kind of people, those are the people that do outdoorsy shit, right? So, that sucks. Just like if you want to be in, like, recovery, you got to associate with people that are in recovery. Just like if you want to do comedy, you got to associate with people that do comedy. Like, man, social activities would be so much better, without the social part. If it was just like me fucking going camping. Thing is, like, I really don't know what I'm doing. I still don't know how to set up a fucking tent. I have a tent. You should set up the tent in the garage. That would just be great. And then it really would be a place for people to, like, literally camp out if they wanted to. Yeah, that would be pretty funny. Be like my tribute to the Royal Tenenbaums. I'm like, that's the tent where I'm gonna go fuck my brother. Don't worry, he's adopted. I can actually make that joke because my brother is adopted and so am I, so it wouldn't really count, would it? It doesn't count in Tennessee or Kentucky or, like, the South, really. Anything goes. Well, anything goes anywhere, really, Just depends on what you're into. Yeah, I mean, if you want to, like, fuck your brother, like, if he's cool with that, why the fuck not? I mean, I'm not a conventional person. I'm not saying that I would fuck any member of my family, because no member of my family looks very desirable. I used to have a crush on my cousin, my female cousin. She's pretty cool. I told her that when I was really drunk one night, like, the night of her wedding. I, like, knocked her over and told her that I always had a crush on her, and apparently I just, like, embarrassed my whole family. But that was probably, like, the best family get-together I've ever been to. Like, any family get-together where I've either been drunk or high, way more enjoyable, than without substances. How many people in the vortex can relate to that? You gotta be fucked up to, like, hang out with family. I see my mom, she gets offended by that, She's like, I wish that you didn't feel the need to just be stoned every time you come over here. I'm like, well, do you want me to come over here or not? God, I want to fucking kill myself. See, I'm, like, tempted to do that. Just, like, find a way to, like, hang myself with this tree. Do your own lynching. Right next to your place of work. Yeah. Like, yeah, Amy's not coming back to work. She's dead. It's funny because I work with this Mormon kid who's, like, always threatening suicide. Like, it's like every, like, 30 seconds he'll make, like, another suicidal threat. And, like, I think it has a lot to do with the fact that he's Mormon. And he's, like, making fun of that, He's just trying to make fun of, like, people's sensitivities. But I'm like, you probably shouldn't be in the same room with me, kiddo. And all these kids are, like, talking about how they're gonna quit. They're gonna work somewhere it's, like, a lot better. I'm like, dude, you guys get paid, like, over $10 an hour to just, like, jerk off, basically. Like, yeah, you actually have to work sometimes, but, like, that's a job. That's what you do at a job. You fucking work. And if you don't want to work, if you just want to play on your phone Like, get a job where you can just be on social media all goddamn day. There are plenty of those jobs out there now, you know? Just pisses me off, man. It's like they get so mad if they have to like work, you know? If they're like they have to like get away from their phone for like 5 minutes. Oh my god. God, my posture is really bad, you guys. Oh, fuck me. So I just deleted a bunch of videos last night. But they were videos that I'd already uploaded. I don't know why I didn't delete them a long time ago. But I just get attached to stuff. And I still have this like CD-ROM from like Camtasia that I ordered. And so if I just get somebody to put that shit on a thumb drive and then I could like upload it and I could actually edit my videos, so you wouldn't have to just, you know, watch me stare off into the distance for like 28 seconds. Because as interesting as that might be to eclectic people like me, it's really not interesting to the general public. Not that I really give a fuck about the general public, but like, I'm just trying to make it more watchable for you guys, okay? Like, that's what I want. That's what I was hoping for anyway. It just, technology screws me up, you know? Because, like, I didn't check my laptop for, like, a CD drive or whatever the fuck. I probably should have done that. That was really directed at myself for, like, not knowing information that I probably should know. But I'm off work tomorrow. It's really weird. It's really weird being off on, like, a Friday. And I like to tell myself that I'm going to do so much. I realize that like my grandiosity hasn't changed like since I stopped drinking. You know, like I used to have like such beautiful ideas of my drinking career and what that was going to lead me into. Um, I used to buy this whiskey. It was really fucking cheap, and my friend Colton and I we called it last $2 because it was LTD whiskey. Um, yeah, that shit literally was like $2 and some change. And I used to go into this one liquor store and just like buy those like little like traveler bottles, or like they're actually like fifths, but they're in like plastic. You know, it's like cheap if it's in a plastic container, but like that's the cheap shit. I would buy the cheap shit and then I would like steal the really expensive shit. So I would buy like maybe two of those last $2 whiskeys, and then I'd steal like a $50 bottle of Jaeger or like an $80 bottle of Stoli or some shit. Wouldn't even remember it. Have no recollection of the experience. But like, just this like really like grandiose fantasy life that I lived inside my head, like where I, you know, was throwing all these lavish parties and gallivanting across town, you know, in a fucking horse and buggy with my Stoli. Like, it's ridiculous, you know? But I feel like I have like similar ideas currently. They just don't involve alcohol anymore, you know? No horse and buggy now either. Yeah, no horse and buggy, but like, I still imagine myself being so productive and like going all these places and doing all these things, and I'm just like still in my garage, you know? It's really, really depressing. But I do feel like if I keep doing this, then like eventually like something will happen with it. The operative word being eventually. I really don't want to go back to work, man. You got 10 minutes, baby. Calm down. Even then, you got 15 minutes, really. Yeah, I'm always like 5 minutes late whenever I go back. Sometimes they come out here to find me. They're like, yeah, we need you to come back in. No, you're supposed to come back like 20 minutes ago. Like, oh, shit. Fuck. I don't know what I could do, like what sort of like exercise position I could do where like my lower back would just stop being sore all the goddamn time. But it's the posture. That's what it is more than anything. Because this is nice, but this is not as comfortable as just slouching, as you know. As we know. Sorry, that's my epileptic dance. It's my tribute to Ian Curtis. Ian Curtis was the lead singer of Joy Division. He committed suicide. I was listening to New Order, which is like the band, the rest of the band after he committed suicide. The lyrics aren't as good, but the music's still really good. See, suicidal people usually have really good intuitive thoughts that make their lyrics very thought-provoking and interesting. And it might be really depressing, but you can relate to it, right? I love Joy Division because they made like suicidal depression like danceable, Isolation, isolation. Like their bass lines were so great too. Like, yeah, I really like depressing music with like a really fun beat, Like I was also listening to another band recently. I think they only put out like one album, but they're these two boys from the UK. I say boys, they're boys. Like when they made this album, I think they were in like their early 20s or something. And this was back in like 2005, 2006, something like that. But yeah, they're called The Boy Least Likely To, which is like such an awesome borderline title right there. But like every song in this album is just so sad and depressing. But they're really well known for this one song. I think it was played in probably a cell phone commercial, I'm guessing. But they're known for this song called Be Gentle With Me. And it's all about like emotional fragility. Like their whole album is about that. One of the names of one of the songs on this album, it's called Sleeping with a Gun Under My Pillow. They're just so great, man. They're so great. Like they just have this happy banjo and like they just sing the saddest, most melancholy, everything shit kind of lyrics. I really like stuff like that. But like they have a very like innocent quality to them. Like the cover of their album is like just a bunch of like these little cartoon animals playing musical instruments, and the name of this album is Best Party Ever. It's just adorable. Like they're so me, man. They are so totally me. I wish I could talk to them. I'm sure they have kids and drink all the time, and it's like fucking Lauryn Hill. Like she made this really amazing album, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. This was a long ass time ago, like in the 90s. And then she had a baby, and I mean, I know that she's been around since, but she hasn't been around the way that she was around before, like she was in the Fugees and all that. But yeah, it's like there are these amazing artists out there. They just, I guess they have a kid or they find something better to do. Maybe they become an architect or some shit. And then it's like, man, like you were so talented. Like you could have easily just gone that route, but you didn't. And I mean, I'm not saying that she made the wrong decision or that these boys from the UK made the wrong decision, whatever the fuck they're doing now, I have no idea. One of my favorite bands, actually my favorite band ever, if I can say that. I think I can. The Beta Band. Fucking incredible. I think they made like 4, maybe 5 albums. 4. I think they made 4 albums. Yeah, it's so fucking good. Funny. Just like the layers of their songs are just so incredible. And like, I don't know, like they're depressed though. Like major like illness going on. I feel like creativity, that's like the only thing that we can do as like crazy people. Like, it makes more sense. Like make music and movies and just anything where we can try to like put together our vision of like how we think the world is, whether we do that through musical instruments or, you know, through writing a script or using a camera or whatever, you know, like this is why I hate Instagram and Facebook, and it just sort of like trivializes, especially Instagram. It like trivializes that, you know, pictures, and they don't really mean anything. Not that they ever really did, but I feel like either like a picture used to be like, okay, this is artistic, or this is something that I want to capture, like I want to remember this forever, you know? This is a moment in time that I'm trying to encapsulate. If I'm saying it right, probably not, but whatever. Whatever. Like, yeah, pictures used to mean something, and now it's like, you just constantly take pictures of everything that you do, everything that you see, all the stupid ass people you hang out with. You're probably not even proud to call them your friends, right? But it's like, especially with Facebook, you see people like friending other people they don't even like, just to have that additional friend on the friend count. I don't know if that's because like people realize that their experiences are like utterly meaningless, so they're trying to like take a picture of what they really want to be there. Or maybe they're just that bored. I don't know. I wish I could ask every fucking American these questions. Like, hey man, why do you use Instagram all the time? Why do you feel the need to take a picture of that shit? Why was that necessary? So I don't think that people ask themselves that question enough. You know? I got riled up because I'm talking about social networking. And now I need to quit smoking. You tell yourself that. There's like this hope in like running out of cigarettes, and then there's this fear in running out of cigarettes. It's like different sides of the coin. Because at the end of the day, like, cigarettes don't make me happy. Cigarettes just distract me from my unhappiness, you know? But like, I think my biggest fear every time that I quit smoking is like boredom. Yeah, but fuck, you got toothpicks. It's the same shit. Like your brain can totally fuck with you. If your brain can fuck with you, you can fuck with your brain right back. You just gotta, you know, finaggle. No, but seriously though, like think about it. PTSD. If something was so traumatic that anything that might remind you of that traumatic experience can send you right back there. And so you relive the same horrible thing. And maybe you weren't allowed to express yourself in that particular situation. So now you express it. You make up for the fact that you couldn't express it then. You overcompensate. Like that's your brain's way of screwing you over, you know? So your brain screws you over to try to say like, fuck you, life. It's kind of like the payback, but you're not really paying anybody back. It's really you that is the most hurt. But I mean, it's not like I'm not saying it's a choice. I'm saying that like, this is what happens when you experience something traumatic. Say you have a personality disorder that makes everything seem like it's traumatic, even if it ain't. It's my experience. Because I haven't been to war. I have no desire to do that. If anybody tells me that they're fixing to go, I'm like, you probably shouldn't do that. You really want to end up like me, all because you try to serve the country that doesn't really care about you. I don't know. It's like people that want to fight, I feel like they're like overly optimistic about what this country does for people, and I'm like, dude, if you were mentally ill, you wouldn't be saying this. It's like you were black, if you were gay, fucking A. I just don't want my rights to get taken away. That's all, you know? I feel like rights are a big thing in this country. And yet I feel like if only like America could walk the talk, then maybe I wouldn't be so cynical. But everybody walks like they got a big stick up their ass. You know? Like so many people I know got that stick. You know, and there are different variations of the stick up the ass, you know? You could have the Christian conservative stick up there, or you could have like, you know, spent way too much time in like the white bread uncultured part of the country, or, you know, maybe just have like a really like uptight family and it's rubbed off on you. See, the thing is with me, like it's done the opposite. Like the more uptight they are, the more laid back I am. More pot I smoke. So that I don't become uptight about anything. I hate that, man. They're so uptight. Like my parents are the most rigid people I've ever met in my life. And it's like, I feel sorry for them, but they want to be that way, you know? I want to take that stick, get it out. So many people want it though. They want it to remain up the ass. And I guess, you know, they get used to walking with it. Gotta be this weird, like, I don't know, man. I don't know how they walk. I've been trying to, like, study them for years. It's just absolutely horrifying.